one in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen, the rookie Tyler Luke, set to kick things off. And off we go from legendary Lambeau. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. No matter where that ball is snapped, that's a tall task. And they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
From the 33, here's second and a couple. He'll send a tight end in motion right. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is a first down. 4 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On play action, Love. This one is caught by Luke Musgrave. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Packers.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
From the 44 now, here's second and 4. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Throwing on second down, Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of
20 yards on that pass play. Good for a Green Bay first down.
And they certainly don't waste any time getting him involved. And we knew coming in that he would be a part of the game plan. But if this is a sign of things to come, he could be in store for a big game.
This one is caught by Reed. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page. And when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Second down, they need 3. Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he will take it in himself. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Green Bay. this one, not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead.
Ravens nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So the Ravens will come out, and they are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
13 yards.
Pick up there of 13. Good for a Raven first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
14 more yards.
Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards. And another first down.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
Big throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete, but the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike, but listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays, stay ahead of the chains.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll try to run for it. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
19 yards. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. the run game and the pass game. Everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run.
Oh, making guys miss, and he's in. Lamar Jackson, touchdown Baltimore.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Ravens come right back to tie it at 7. 'Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this opening quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. A good play action with Love. And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
The man in motion is Watson. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having it. Gonna lose a yard.
Some pretty good speed coming off the line there, and it helped him disrupt that draw. Well, I don't even think disrupting is the right word. He flat out stopped the draw, handing them a loss.
3rd and long. From the gun, it's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Short pass goes a long way. It works to the tune of 25 yards.
49-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Left side, caught by Musgrave. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
In motion, Reed. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards, stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
He gets that complete as he hits Reed. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That's good for a Packers first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
Christian Watson, the intended receiver. It's second down.
To second and 10.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal.
The 5-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Throwing is Love. It is brought in the end zone. Romeo Doubs. Touchdown, Packers. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
And it's a big play there for his first catch of the game. And not only does he get a nice chunk of yards, but now he puts his offense in plus territory as they try to see if they can end this drive with some points.
A first down throw for Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
It's a game of 5.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more from Lambeau Field. After this, they'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
Baltimore.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early in that last pickup.
And he'll take it on in. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Ravens.
Touchdown.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Luke now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Ravens will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Williams. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. They've been able to move the ball with relative ease. Their first couple of possessions, both ending in touchdowns, but still they find themselves tied as they start with the ball again here on first down. To throw is Love. That is pulled in by Musgrave.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Love to the left side in the hands of Watson. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's Love to throw. That's complete to Jacobs. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock.
2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 49-yard line.
Second and 5. Now Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Packers going to use their final timeout now. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's third down and a few inches. To throw is Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
So they decide to be aggressive there on third down, Mike. Now the question is, do they maintain that aggressive style on fourth down, or do they decide to punt? It's going to be a really interesting play call here as it brings up fourth and short.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson.
Jackson's pass, complete to Devontae Wester. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. On the return, it's Mitchell. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Ravens offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. We'll start this drive with first down. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get this up to the 44. Evan Williams is there for the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Henry. First down and more inside the 40. He will score. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
On is Luke to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Crazy. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Packers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. On play action, Love. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs. He's going to be close to the first down. Just a yard short of the line to gain, so that'll bring up 3rd and short yardage.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game, force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. Love to throw. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chidobe. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And it might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Jackson on target to Flowers, and it's a Baltimore first down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, It all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
It's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Jackson going to keep it himself. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
In motion comes Andrews. Open man is beaten. He's got him. And the Ravens are going to be set up first and goal. Tackle made at the 9.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
A second effort, and he is in. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Luke now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game.
14.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line. The Packers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Love. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Now Love, he's going to go deep, looking for Reed. That one is batted away, incomplete. No separation that time, tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Lester on the return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third down and 3. Jackson now. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
10 yards. And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he maneuvers his way forward. A gain of 6.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. On the give, here's Henry. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And that one not returnable, out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Go play action with Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Room to run at the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of 25
A pickup
yards
there
on
of 25 yards. First down, Packers.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
That one complete to Watson. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll go underneath to Jacobs. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Love to throw it on first down. To the right side. Catch made by Dobbs. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming out. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On second down, Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard, and sets up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
The defense trying to come up with a stop on third down and 9. They'll drop to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it, and the Packers are back to within 7. It's 28-21.
Ravens 28, Packers 21.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Mitchell. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. But one first down will essentially end the game. Here's the fullback, Ricard. And now we get a timeout by the defense. Clock stops with 1:50 left in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. In motion goes Likely. Will give it, going left. There's Henry. Up the sideline to the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Baltimore.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. Run the draw, and here's Henry. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Packers going to use their final timeout now. Talk things over before third down. Throwing Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
A gain of 29 yards. And a Raven first down.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. And in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.